Tribal Review starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hey everyone, welcome to Tribal Review. The speech and debate team divided up for competitions. We'll have the details next.
Also on the broadcast, we'll find out about the new welding program at the Career and Technology Center. All this and more coming up on Tribal Review.
Big Frog Custom T-Shirts and More is the perfect place to celebrate your style. You can get apparel for friends, families, clubs, and businesses. Custom print your apparel and more at Big Frog, located at 9022 Northwest Skyview Avenue, Kansas City.
Hey Fort Osage High School, I'm Aubriana Treadwell. February is National Snack Food Month. Celebrate by enjoying your favorite snack.
And I'm Roman Tinoco. Today is Thursday, February 8, 2018, and here are your top school news stories.
The speech and debate teams competed last weekend in 2 different tournaments. The varsity went to Oak Grove and the novice visited Staley. Varsity debater Jalen Bunn placed 5th and ex-temp at the Oak Grove individual event open tournament. 6 novice debate students traveled to Staley to take part in the Staley novice tournament. Jillian Epperson and Haley Wilson placed 6th, Ja'Kai Haynes and Darian Harper placed 7th, and Timothy Wardlow and Gabriel Cribbs placed 8th, all in the public forum debate.
The school's Future Business Leaders of America Club competed at the District Leadership Conference in Liberty on February 2nd. Alex Hill took 2nd place in cybersecurity and 2nd in database design and applications. Elisa Hill finished 2nd in the Introduction to Public Speaking and 3rd in Impromptu Speaking. Janice Boone came in 3rd in Personal Finance, and Miranda McKenzie took 3rd in Hospitality Management. Louis Chastain was 4th in Healthcare Administration, while Austin Wilkerson came in 5th in Sales Presentation.
Coming up next, we'll have an in-depth look at the new welding program.
We'll be right back after these messages.
Come to Tribal Perk, open Monday through Friday in the Media Center between 4th and 5th hour, or at the concession stands before school. They have everything ranging from 50 cents to $1.50. Want flavor? They have tea, hot chocolate, coffee, and apple cider. It offers a small variety of exotic flavors. You'll enjoy your visit. Come to Tribal Perk.
Welcome back. The Career and Technology Center started the new welding program last fall.
Tribal Review's Amanda Shapley took a tour of the new learning space and followed this in-depth report.
In the 2017-18 school year, the Career and Technology Center added the welding program to their curriculum with the 15 other programs they already offered. Director Mike Pantlow explains the process of welcoming welding to the CTC.
Over the years, we've had students continually in our other programs ask about welding, and we even have students that leave some of our similar programs to go into the career for welding. So when we had an opening of a program, we had a collision program that we decided maybe to go a different way, and so having put all that together, we decided this is the best time to add the welding into that.
Carter Thirabar is a junior at the Oak Grove High School. He describes what made him interested in taking the program.
Welding it's always been an interest. I've always liked the hands-on work. I like to come to school and learn things I've never known how to do it, so it's a new thing for me to learn how to do.
There is both AM and PM classes provided for students in different districts such as Blue Springs South, Oak Grove, Grand Valley, and Fort Osage. Mr. Limback reveals what it's like teaching younger students.
I've thought about it for quite a few years before I started teaching. My instructor was a big influence on me because I went through a welding program at a different tech center, and I thought that he told me that I was pretty good at all the types of welding that we teach.
CTC is designed to help students get started in their career choice since 1968. Tristan Powell declares what he wants to do after he gets his welding certificate.
Well, I'm going in the Marines, and I figured I could either go into weld for the big tanks, for the airliners, for the cargo bobs, a lot of things.
Welding is only offered for students who are juniors and seniors. Director Mike Pantlow states why they added the program to the CTC.
Well, there's a couple, more than a couple steps, but first of all, I have to, the Fort Osage Board of Education and superintendent has to approve that that's the direction we want to go. And then I had to write a grant to get for the equipment and for some of the construction because it was an expensive program. And then after that, I have to submit an application to the Department of Education in Missouri for them to approve it. In order for them to approve it, I have to show that there's a need, not just in the business area and the industry area, but also the students at our sending schools have to want to take it. So I had to do surveys, and so after all that, it was taken care of.
Mr. Lembeck used to work at a different school before coming to teach here in the Fort Osage district. He feels the environment working here is different than his last school.
My experience, because I have taught at a different school. Just the way the program's set up is a little bit different. I used to have to teach adult students, so I taught a different curriculum in the morning, and it changed in the afternoon. So it kind of kept things going, made things a little bit different from day to day.
With welding being a new program, the building had to build a space for the students to work in and get to know the classroom. Isaac Corden discusses what the environment of the classroom is like.
Well, the environment, as in social environment, we have great chemistry in this class, and we really get along with each other.
Thanks, Amanda. When we come back, we'll have more school news for you.
Culver's welcomes you to deliciousness. Choose from a variety of options they have to offer, from strawberry shakes and root beer floats to grilled sandwiches and crispy chicken to be prepared by their friendly staff. Culver's has been delighting guests one meal at a time with their fresh frozen custards and butter burgers. Come into Culver's or pick up some carryout and let them serve you. As Craig Culver has said, every guest who chooses Culver's leaves happy.
Welcome back. 3 years ago, the school newspaper went digital. What once was the Signal paper version is now online. The site has been overhauled this year, and the small staff is filling it with as much content as they can. Senior Skylar Adams helps oversee the site content as one of the editors. The staff has been learning the different types of reporting and how to post content for viewers and readers. Can find coverage of court warming, select sporting events, feature stories, and opinion pieces. The site is hosted by a school newspaper online and can be found at fohssignal.net.
There will be auditions for senior commencement speakers in front of a panel of teachers and staff members. To be eligible for auditions, seniors must complete the petition process. If you are a senior interested in auditioning to be one of the 2 Class of 2018 commencement speakers, you need to first pick up a petition form from Ms. Bozeman in the main office starting Monday, March 5th. Then gather 25 signatures from your fellow seniors and return the completed petition to Ms. Bozeman by Friday, March 19th at 3 p.m. You must be a credible citizen, school citizen judged so by the school administration, have a minimum of a C average all 4 years of high school, and must have been enrolled 3 consecutive years at Fort Osage and have good attendance. Students must have a full schedule their senior year, both semesters, meaning no attendance release or early graduation. See Mr. Phelps in room 35 if you have any questions. We'll be right back in just a moment.
Carrinder Collision is an excellent place to get any dents, scratches, or totaled cars fixed like new in a timely manner. The Carrinders take pride in all work with every car, every time. Get your car repaired at Carrinder Collision, located at 440 East Monroe Street, Buckner, Missouri.
Welcome back. Athletes face all sorts of challenges when preparing and competing in their sports, but one thing that alters an athlete's goal to play is a concussion.
Brianna Reeves takes an in-depth look at how this injury can be life-altering for the high school athlete.
According to ProtectTheBrain.org, brain injuries cause more deaths than any other sports injury. Athletic trainer Donna Gilbert illustrates what happens to the brain when you get hit.
The impact basically makes the brain move around inside the skull. So it's hitting the sides. It has cushion, but just that movement, either forward and back or side to side, will cause interruptions in how the brain works and cause possible bruising.
There is approximately 1.6 to 3.8 million recreational and sport-related concussions each year. Coach Hopkins explains how she keeps her athletes safe.
I think something that we and our whole coaching staff does a really good job of, we practice something we like to call perfection before progression. So we start with the most basic stunt that might be something that seems elementary, because some of our girls have cheered for a long time. Others of them have just started. So we start with the most basic, and they have to pass or they get checked off on that basic stunt before they move on to something more difficult. So we always start with the basic stunt and we pass. Every practice we go through the progressions, then we learn something new once we work our way through. So perfecting technique definitely helps avoid the injuries.
A concussion is a mild form of traumatic brain injury, also known as TBI, caused by a bump, blow, or jolt to the head. Josh Malecki states the concerns of a parent who has a kid as an athlete.
You are very concerned. The sport kind of falls away. It becomes more about her health. And since she's my daughter, and it's very much I love soccer, but it kind of scared me for a while. Probably the biggest thing was the fact that this last one had so many secondary issues, like she couldn't remember anything. She still doesn't remember the hit even today, but within a few weeks, she had to go in for dental surgery because it had shaken loose some of her teeth, and she'd already had a dental issue back in the past, so now it made it even worse. So I think that was the worst thing, is it seemed like even when she was getting better physically, she was having more issues.
Female athletes appear to be more sensitive to concussions than males in high school soccer. Bailey Malecki describes what her last concussion was like.
I couldn't walk, so I was put in a wheelchair. Everything was like fuzzy, and like all my senses felt dulled because all I could like hear was like my head like pounding. And probably the roughest part was like having people like not understand.
In most people, symptoms occur within the first 7 to 10 days and go away within 3 months. Sometimes they can extend for a year or more. Coach Joel Matthews tells how the coaching staff keeps the players that are out still a part of the team.
That's always a difficult thing. We want that athlete, while they're recovering, out at practice as much as they can be, to be around the kids, so that way everybody still understands that they're still a part of the team. We also want them there because there is some learning that takes place as well, so we want to make sure that they're not missing out on things.
In 2005, studies showed that ages 5 through 18 years old have accounted for 2.4 million sports-related concussions. Isaiah Iloilo interpreted what his precautions were after his last concussion.
I went full force back onto the field. I was just told by our trainer, Donna, that I need to watch for reoccurring symptoms, and if I do, I need to let her know immediately because it could not be all the way gone yet.
If an athlete is not fully healed from a first concussion and suffers a second concussion, recovery can be prolonged or the likelihood of having long-lasting effects can occur. Reporting for Travel Review, I'm Brianna Reeve.
Thanks, Brianna. Cameron King joins us now with the Indian Sports Report.
Thanks, Aubriana. I'll have recent winter sports results coming up after these messages.
TLC Automotive is a local, fast, and great way to get your car fixed. TLC offers oil changes, brake checks, vehicle inspections, and much more. Contact Jim Carlson at 816-833-4411 to schedule an appointment.
Hey everybody, I'm Cameron King with today's sports report. The varsity wrestling team traveled to Oak Park to compete against the Northmen on January 30th, and the Indians came away with a 43-33 win. The team fought hard with victories coming from Jesse Newton, Josh Reek, and Chris Young. The Grapplers then hosted Staley, but came up short 57-18. Brian Hara won this match in the 130-pound weight class with this nice move that resulted in a win. AJ Sanchez defeated his opponent by decision 7-2 with the throw that also netted him some near-fall points. And the 285-pounder Ikani Tuino held on for a narrow 2-1 victory over Dan Mongold by gaining this point on an escape in the second period of overtime. The Indians ended their dual season with an 8-3 record. The wrestling team traveled to Oak Grove for the last tournament of the regular season. The team finished 5th out of 10 teams with 128.5 points. Josh Reek, Gavin Roller, and Ikani Tuino all finished 2nd, and AJ Sanchez came in 3rd. I'll be right back with some more sports results in just a moment.
Toscano's is the best place to get a delicious Italian pizza. Choose your dough, sauce, and toppings to be wood-fired and served to you fresh. Let John and Kirk give you a taste of Little Italy at Toscano's, located at 312 South Hudson Street in Buckner.
Welcome back. Shooting their way into the broadcast, the boys varsity basketball team took on Staley but couldn't conquer the court. The Indians lost 86-77. Des Griswold led the team with 27 points, and Levi Sage followed with 19. The team then traveled to Ruskin, where they lost to the Eagles 82-70. Griswold again led the team with 15 points, and Ty Baker added 14. The team is now 5-15 on the season. The girls' varsity basketball squad took on the Staley Falcons on February 1st and lost 69-49. Kylie Flowers dropped in 20 points and placed the Indians, and Cameron Miller added 7. They followed that up with 68-59 road victory over Ruskin on February 5th. Kylie Flowers and Alicia Monday each scored 18 to lead the Indians, while Haley Chase added 13. The team is now 9-7 on the year. Coming up on your Indian sports calendar, the girls varsity basketball team will host William Crispin at 7 p.m. at Crispin High School on February 8th. The boys varsity basketball team also hosts the Bears on February 9th at 7 p.m. The varsity wrestling team competes in the Class 4 District 4 wrestling tournament starting on February 9th and continuing on February 10th at Staley High School. Both girls and boys varsity basketball teams host Ruskin, with the girls playing the Eagles on February 12th and the boys tipping off against them on February 13th. Both games start at 7 p.m. KFOY Sports will be bringing you live coverage of the girls varsity basketball game against William Crispin on February 8th starting at 6:45 p.m. and the boys varsity basketball game against the Bears on February 9th starting at 6:45 p.m. Log in to the NFHSnetwork.com to catch these pay-per-view events. That's it for your Indian Sports Report. I'm Cameron Keene.
Thanks, Cameron. The library revamped the nonfiction section for Fort readers. The shelves have been reorganized to make it easier for students to find their favorite titles. This new design includes descriptive pictures and tools to navigate your top picks.
Yearbooks are still available until May 1st for $65. There are only less than 200 yearbooks, and you can order them online at yearbookcenter.com or see Ms. Smith in room PA7. Don't miss out on the only book about Fort Osage this year.
Now it's time for this week's Tom Tom Talk.
I run around the school to see what gifts you are getting people for Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day is right around the corner. I went around to find out what you plan on getting someone special.
I'm getting my mom flowers for Valentine's Day.
A teddy bear and some chocolate.
I'll probably get my mom flowers or chocolate.
I'm gonna get my mom a TV. Yeah.
I'm gonna get my boyfriend a watch.
I'm gonna get my mom a blue flower because her favorite color is blue.
I'm getting my girlfriend probably like a Build-A-Bear or something really cheesy like that.
I'll probably get my girlfriend some flowers, blue flowers.
Shoes and a card.
I'm gonna get my girlfriend 1,000 red roses.
Valentine's Day is just another day for me. Reporting for Travel Review, I'm Aubriana. Like I said, Valentine's Day is just another day for me.
I ain't got a lady to spoil on Valentine's Day.
On this day in history in 1870, the National Weather Service was established under the U.S. Army Signal Corps.
The ACT word of the day is vent, which is to outlet or to release.
Well, that's it for this week on Chapel Review. I'm Ariana Treadwell.
And I'm Roman Tinoco. Thanks for watching.